Welcome to the N1 Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Sadu, and today we're going to be chatting about my 30-day fat loss challenge starting September 15th. Now, I want to let you know right off the bat, this episode is going to be a little bit different. It's not our typical topic-based episode. I'm going to be chatting about the 30-day challenge, how it works, who it's for, who it's not for, how to sign up, and if it seems like the right fit for you. So having said that, if you know that this isn't something that you're interested in, feel free to come back next week. It'll be our regular episodes as usual. But on the other hand, if you're curious to know more about the challenge, stick around and I'll explain the details to you. So for the last 7.5 years since I started my business, I've only offered one-on-one nutritional coaching. However, I know that not all folks want a one-on-one setup, and to be perfectly honest, it's more of a financial investment than some folks are willing to put in, as well as a mental investment, time investment, all that sort of stuff. So I decided to put this 30-day challenge together for the people that want something more concrete than simple information via the podcast, for example, but at the same time aren't quite ready for a one-on-one coaching setup. I was actually a little hesitant at first to put this program together because I haven't been crazy about the whole 30-day challenge stuff in the past, but I know that some people really thrive more so with a community-based setup as opposed to the one-on-one setup. And I told myself I wouldn't even release the program if I didn't feel really good about it. And fortunately, I do feel really good about it. So here we are. Let's get into the specifics. So who is this challenge for? Number one, first of all, people who are serious about getting results. That's a given, right? Number two, folks who are looking for a fat loss kickstart. Now, you know me and I talk about sustainability all the time. And the truth is 30 days is not enough to ingrain all of these habits, most likely. So this program is designed to get you rolling on the right path with your nutrition, movement, sleep, stress management habits. But like anything, if you don't continue to implement this stuff after the 30 days are up, your results aren't going to be maintained. Number three, people who don't have the time or simply don't want to do hours of research to sift through all the information out there. This program is to the point and specific, so it takes the guesswork out of the fat loss process. And lastly, this is for people who really like a community-based support system. So we're going to be running this 30-day challenge through a private Facebook group where everyone can support one another. So it's not a one-on-one coaching setup with me necessarily. I'm going to be answering questions. I'm going to be really active in the group. I'm going to be doing live Q&As and all that good stuff. But we're going to go through this 30-day challenge as a group. Now, who is this challenge not for? First off, people who aren't open to changes in their lifestyle. If that's the case, this isn't for you. I'm sure you've heard the quote, nothing changes if nothing changes. So shifts have to be made in order to get a different result than you currently have now. Secondly, this is not a quick fix or fad diet. We are focusing on essential nutritional principles. There's no magic bullet here, so if you're after a quick fix, this isn't the right fit for you either. Number three, folks who aren't willing to put in the work. So you get what you work for, you get what you put in, super straightforward stuff. And lastly, this program actually isn't for vegetarians and vegans. Pescatarians, so folks who include fish, as well as lacto-ovo vegetarians are exceptions to that rule. However, if you don't eat any animal products at all, this program isn't for you just because the options are going to be too limited. So if things sound like the right fit so far, let's get into what is actually included and how the process works. Nutrition-wise, we're going to look at what to eat, what not to eat, how much to eat, and when. So this is obviously going to be the most important piece to the fat loss puzzle. You can't get results without dialing things in nutrition-wise. We're not going to be weighing and measuring food down to the gram. I do that with my personalized one-on-one nutritional coaching clients, but for the sake of this challenge, and the community-based setup, we're going to use a portion-based system that's clearly laid out in the program. Workout-wise, we've got gym-based and at-home-based workouts, so you can choose based on your schedule, goals, preferences, etc. Maybe even you want to mix in both. On the sleep front, when, how much, and how to get the best quality sleep possible. This is really important when it comes to fat loss, staying motivated, adhering to the nutritional principles, and of course, just feeling good. We're going to look at stress management. We're going to have daily tips, recommendations, and actionable tools. This is an underrated one in my opinion. I wanted to include it because I think we could all use more effective ways to deal with whatever comes up day to day. We're also going to have a weekly live video Q&A with me each week, so you guys can submit questions and I'll answer them on a live video. And this is going to be something that you can watch later if the live time doesn't work with your personal schedule too. We've got unlimited community-based support. So folks are going to be sharing their experiences, questions, tips, recipes, all sorts of stuff. So we can support one another throughout the process, throughout the whole 30 days. We've got habit integration and community accountability. So we're going to have a weekly thread that you can post on in the group based on how your week went nutritionally, movement-wise, sleep-wise, and how you're managing your stressors. So that's how we're going to stay accountable to one another. We've got starter recipes to get you rolling in the right direction as far as putting some straightforward meals together. We've got an eating out cheat sheet. So what to order, what not to order, how to make adjustments on the fly so we can still eat out, be social, all that good stuff, but at the same time, stay in line with our goals. We've got weekly checklists to track nutrition, workouts, sleep, and stress management so you can keep a close eye on your progress and see where you have the biggest room for improvement and therefore make progressions in the right direction. Now, all of this stuff is going to be sent to you in a PDF document to reference at any time. So you can print it out, put it on your fridge, keep it on your counter, or whatever you want. So that's how the 30-day challenge is going to be set up. It's going to be $179 for the whole thing. And something to keep in mind is that there's going to be limited spots. I haven't decided exactly how many yet, but it's super important to me to keep the quality and the engagement really high. So if you're sure that you want in on the challenge, I'd honestly just recommend hopping on it pretty quickly. Now, I'm thinking in the 20-person range, but it might actually be less than that. So again, if you're really keen on it, I'd recommend hopping on it ASAP. As far as where you can sign up, just head over to the website at n1fitness.com/challenge and you can get signed up there. If you've made it this far into the episode, thanks so much for listening. I hope to see you in the 30-day challenge community group. And like I mentioned at the outset of the episode, it's going to be back to regular scheduled programming as usual for next week. But I wanted to give you guys all the opportunity to just know about this challenge, see the ins and outs, and see if it's something that you're interested in. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next episode. See ya.